Hello, everybody. My name's Ardendris, and welcome back to Tensura Reincarnated. Last time, we basically went flying out again. We did a little bits of training here and there, of course. That's basically just a given. But the most important thing, I use journey maps like that, was that we finally made it over to the Dwarven village. Oh, I guess technically speaking, first we went up north because we wanted to find a ruined, uh, not ruined, a rotted wizard's tower because it was one of the last ones we hadn't actually seen yet. So we went up here. It's somewheres within here. I don't think it's that. I don't know exactly where it is though. Well, we found a rotted wizard's tower. We explored it. We got some goodies out of it, of course. Mostly it was, oops, wrong skill. Dude, what? Jujutsu Craft really needs to end, if only so I stop using the wrong controls. Mostly it was agility, protection, and reinforcement. Plus, what was the other one we got? There was one other skill that seemed pretty cool. Maybe I already learned it? I don't remember. Anyways, we got some cool sounding skills. I'll go over these because I did do some training and whatnot. We cleared the rotten thing, we found a giant library, and then we headed off to the Dwarven village, which we're going to be heading back there in a moment. It's just going to take some time flying, because we're about to make an item to go give to our friend we actually named and tamed last time. So, between episodes, I spent a couple of hours mining, so now, you can stay right over there. We have plenty of Magisteel, and I'm more or less going to be using up the entirety of this stack for one item that's probably not even super important. I just kind of want it for a joke. But as that's smelting up, I also found a Dimension Cutter spellbook. So we're just going to start learning that, because that sounds cool. Do we even have enough Magicules to learn it? We do. It only takes about 60%. But as for spells I learned between episodes, still not JJK. Let's see. Healthcare got some extra points, but but it's not yet mastered. Anti-shock has finally been learned. So apparently this one is supposed to severely weaken attack damage in the area, I think. That creates a zone around the user that limits all physical damage taken. Okay. Testing it in this desert's a really bad idea because black serpents don't do physical damage. But I haven't actually seen how good it is. It has a fairly long cooldown on it. Can I? Well, you don't really do physical damage either. Do it. Anti-shock area. Okay, so you can't really hurt me anymore. That's good to note. Basically, as long as we sit in this area, which will be around for a little bit, I assume, it basically can't hurt us. Oh, we also can't hurt it, though. Okay. Very good to know. This is basically an anti-combat zone at this point, although skills are still usable. Is this gonna get away on its own, or do I have to specifically disable it somehow? There was just an update. It changed a couple of techniques. I thought it said something about disabling areas, stuff like this, but I don't know how, and it looks like this is just staying there. I don't know, that might just be there permanently. I feel like there's a way to turn it off, but I have no idea how. So that's just kind of cool. I'm probably not going to use it all that much, though. Other than that, Airflow Shot got a little bit more training. And then there's agility, protection, and reinforcement. These are all like physical enchantment buffs. So let's give agility, let's give protection, and let's give reinforcement. Reinforcement essentially just makes all our gear have extra durability. That's not amazing. Protection, however, gives us 20 extra armor pieces. That's nice. Meanwhile, we have haste and speed 3 due to the effects of agility. So that's just like a fairly powerful, fairly good set of skills there. Come on, I can now like brute force my way through night spiders at least. Black serpents and the like are still super scary, though. I just don't have a way to deal with their corrosion poison. So, those are all fairly nice skills. And technically speaking, there is one more spell I finally can use, and that would be Explosion. I, uh, I technically tried activating this one time. I don't know exactly how it works though. It looks like it charges up a power scale rather than a just like an activation time. So let's do this. Let's grab out the umbrella real quick just to like stop our movement. Explosion at. Okay, it looks like you need to release it at least one though. Explosion! That didn't work. Fine. At what do I have to charge this at in order to make it work? Explosion out of 1.2 doesn't work. Power scale. There's like one big ring, two big rings. Do I really need to charge this out of 5 in order to make it work? Why does it say power scale rather than yeah, it says power scale rather than cost time or whatever out of Magicules. Fine then. Hold on. Yeah, everything else says cast time. Why does that say it definitely doesn't need to be charged to 5. Otherwise, it would say cast time instead. Seriously, why doesn't that... It, Let me go pull up the wiki for this one, because it feels like it should launch at least like a minor version at 2 or something. I need to double check this, how this works. Okay, so it looks like it specifically needs to be at least level 3 in order to activate. I'm just being really bad at actually staying in a position to activate it at 3. And apparently, explosion! And yes, this is in fact a Konosuba reference. I've only watched the first season of Konosuba, but I do know explosion. I have literally made it the title of multiple episodes of various series, including a Tensura episode, I think. So yeah, that's pretty fun. Apparently at level 1, it should cost 10,000 Magicules. At level 2, it's supposed to cost 30,000. 10,000 plus 2 times 10,000, basically. So, like, at level 3, it's 30,000 plus 20,000 plus 100,000. And then from there, it should go up to 100,000, I would assume. And then from there, 150k. So there's absolutely no way we'd be able to launch it at full power right now. But if I can launch it at like a huge group of monsters like we just did, that is a lot of Magicules, because everything that is underneath it just ceases to exist. Huh. It is incredibly easy. You get like a huge swarm of monsters just by like flying just above the surface in aggro range of everything, kind of taking it slow, letting stuff build up. Okay, hold on. Let's do this one more time. It apparently also destroys any mob drops, so it's not like we're not going to get any extra goodies from this. But I don't care. Fly up here. This is, dang it. Currently at 105,962. Oh, they're killing each other now. 105,962. Explosion! Oh, the only sad part is I don't think there's... Yeah, that was 10,000. That was like 13... Yeah, it was like... Yeah, that was... we were at 103, right? Yeah, that was 10,000 Magicules just right then. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is fun. This is a fun technique. And also, learning techniques now is actually boosted if you hit a target with an attack spell. So, like, normally you'd only get 1 training point, but since you actually hit a target with it, you get 2. And we got a lot from launching just one explosion there, so I think it might be counting an extra training point per target, which is really cool if that's the case. Anyways, yeah, explosion fun. Explosions are really fun. Anyways, This is now most of the way smelted through. We are going to need 8 pure Magisteel nuggets. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And these I'm going to take into the smithing bench here. And I need a saddle. And for that, I'm going to need these. I'm going to need 2 steel thread. And steel thread is specifically from black spiders, who I've not actually seen one spawn in the wild. I'm going to need to go find a spider nest, I think, or get super lucky and try to find one. Where would they spawn naturally? Where did they spawn naturally before? I think it was roofed forests, if I remember correctly. That's fine. That's just going to go through. How much do you cost? It's 1 per, right? It's, yeah, 9. So if we get to 18, I would be able to get 2 and get a pure Magisteel sword. But as it stands, I'm only going to get 1, or probably not even 1.5 at this point. Where is the Explorer's Compass? Oh yes, also, apparently, the Dwarven village is close enough to the Labyrinth tree, because it actually picked up with the Explorer's Compass when I tried it. So, that's also on the agenda. So, what's it called again? It's called a spider's nest, I believe. It might be under nest spider. I really want a saddle real quick, so let me find it in this list. And then I guess we're gonna go try and just steal some steel spread out of that, and then... Oh yeah, black spider nest, here it is. Oops. Let's move that away for now, just so I'm not wasting magicules. 3,500 blocks in that direction, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Oh yeah, I also made an enchantment table between episodes. That's not actually important, but I guess it's worth mentioning. I made it about 800 blocks when a dragon attacked, and I would have been fine dealing with it, except I couldn't get the gravity flight and ended up landing on the ground, where it was immediately joined by like a million giant ants who instantly killed me. So, yeah, I'm starting to flight over again, and we lost most of the EP we just gained from the explosions. Oh well. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? This is... Are you actually kidding me? I was... This... This is the very first... This is the very first ancient forest we found, by the way. We're gonna go back to that in a moment. Like, very first ancient forest we found, very first one we explored, and in a tree that I think it might be the exact tree I died on, there's a spirit portal. Are you actually... What are the odds? Which tree was it? I think it was that tree, or it might have been this tree. I don't remember. We already cleared that. I can't believe it. We'll come back to this. It makes me really sad having to come back to this one. Let's mark it again, just so I know, like, exact... Let me double check which tree it was. Was it this one? Yep, it's that tree. Would you knock it off? I'm trying to... Ow, what? Wow, why is my health just suddenly getting chewed through? What just happened? Like, what just happened? Also, my baseline armor just went up a bunch. Oh, I guess I have sturdy on 2 pieces of armor, but wasn't it just 30 a moment ago? Why did it go up to 44? We're gonna build the saddle first. I said I was gonna go do the saddle thing. I want to go do the saddle thing. Or at least I'm gonna get the steel thread, and then we're gonna go through that. I can't believe it. I can't believe it wasn't the exact tree we died in during the first episode when we were just exploring the ancient forest and just instantly died because something climbed a wall. That wasn't the tree we died in. But I'm fairly sure I did stand in that tree at some point and just miss it. I can't believe it. Also, we've only seen one otherworlder this entire series so far. That's a little bit odd. I know they're not like super common, but I would have expected to see at least one more by now. Anyways, world's having trouble loading. I still have like another 1,000 or so blocks to go. Okay, we made it. How am I gonna do this without dying? Oh, you're fast. You also have a lot of health for something that small. Black spider down. Fire lance. Fire lance. Oh yeah, magic. Magic is very effective at killing things. That's true. Sticky steel thread. I don't remember. Wow, they're apparently jumping spiders. Come on. Oh, I'm gonna waste all of my magicules in here. Does this have anything I actually care about? I think it might have random chances for like battle wheel manuals or something. Is there anything else that I would actually want to, like... This is going to be kind of resource intensive when it comes to all my magicules, but those will eventually recover. We get the web gun schematic. It might have other schematics in it, so you know what? I should probably finish clearing it out. Battle wheel manuals. I thought that might have a chance to have these. Oh, and the Pierrot mask schematic. Cool. Anything that comes through that door gets blasted. Thank you. All of this can just go away, except for you. Just so I don't misplace you. Nothing else in there I care about. And I'm out of magicules. Uh-oh. Magic Aura. Let's try using Magic Aura. I haven't learned, and it should give us, like, extra attack damage. This is bad. Can I Gravity Flight out? Nope. Uh-oh. It doesn't feel like they're actually doing much damage to us, but I'm not exactly in great position either. Get Steel Strength back on. Come on, break the cobweb, please. Come on. Yeah. These take... What is the correct tool for these? Is it just shears? It might just be shears. Either that or it's like a pickaxe or something. Is it pickaxe? It is not pickaxe. I do not have shears. Yes, I do in fact have shears. Let's try this. That is also not the correct thing. Escape is just that. I don't have any other short form teleportation. Do I have any ender pearls on me? No, I did get this cool thing that basically makes ender pearls free, but they cost HP instead. Yeah, I'm gonna end up dying here. Am I within escape range? I doubt it, but I can try. Nope, escape circle is too far away. Yeah, there's literally nothing I can do here. Like, there's, like, literally nothing I can do. If you get stuck in the webs, you just die. You literally can't break them with anything. Yeah, not a huge fan of, oh yeah, you made one mistake, so you die, sort of things, but, oh well. Anyways, we now have this. We now have the the steel thread. I don't remember if it was the steel thread or which one it was, but oh well. I have both, just in case. Let's go ahead and make a magical saddle. Saddle. Thank you. Monster saddle. And that is going to go on Crest, our Pegasus we tamed last time. But first, oh, to the spirit realm? Yeah, let's do the whole spirit realm thing first. I still can't believe that. You know what? I know why I know exactly why I missed out on seeing that portal the first time around. I thought that the pixies were still super scary and would just steal all of our stuff if you spent any amount of time near them. I didn't realize that had been changed at the time. But, oh, come on. Give me a break. Oh yes, apparently giant ants have been made a little bit nicer. They're apparently slowed down in the latest updates. Anyways, why do I have frailty? No idea. Anyways, time to climb a tree real quick. And, oops. This is probably the thumbnail. Yeah, that's probably a pretty good shot for that. That pixie might have just gotten into range. I don't know, that might be blocked off by, like, the name on the thumbnail. But, anyways, this is a labyrinth portal. This is exactly the same thing as you'd see at the spirit tree. It's just little. So let's just head on in, shall we? Dungeon encroachment. Enter the labyrinth. I can't believe I missed that. How are we doing? Okay, yes, we do have enough magical area protection in order to do this. Regeneration in this area is that much. Oh yeah, I had to done / locate the labyrinth tree just to make sure that it wasn't broken. 30,000. That's higher than the ancient forest, but not by much. Strength. Are we going to regen past full? No, I was a bit afraid it was just going to keep going and eventually boost us to like 10, 25, or boost us over 25% and we'd get magic heal poisoning that way, but no. So, let's see. Eventually, this should... How does this work now? Is it going to teleport? I don't remember if these stairs were always here or not. I think they were. And then once you pass these stairs, it opens up into like a little bit more hallway, and then from there it's the arena, right? Like the arena's there? I think so. I think we're approaching the arena. It used to be like a teleport thing, but I think that was the 116 version. I think that was fully gotten rid of in the 119 version and is thus no longer here. But what is... We have zero way of defeating the golem, right? Absorb? Yeah, absorb is the one that will like basically equalize us, I think. Oh, this is cool. Oh yeah, this has been changed. Like, the arena just feels so much bigger now. You need to target a living entity. Oh, yep, we died. Chill, it's just a test. Yeah, that's exactly what I was expecting. It does move you automatically to the other side, though. But, like, can I stay alive long enough to look at its EP? Is it no longer auto-hostile? 159,703 plus. We don't know exactly how big it is. Analyze. Okay. But this is... We can finally test this. Analyze does, in fact, work. Like a plus to your analysis skill. It's not just like analyzes the same thing, but you have to hold it down. No, it boosts what we would normally see, and so that we get like that bigger difference. Ability activation failed. I believe this is going to be like a 10% chance every time to work. Ability activation failed. It worked, okay. That didn't give as much as I was expecting, though. It only gave like 60,000. This thing probably has like 480k then? Okay, it's at 288 now. If we try it again on cooldown, we'd probably be able to steal... It's the difference divided by 2, if I remember correctly. So if it's at 288, that's like a 120 difference, so I should steal another 60, right? I only stole like 30. Oh yeah, like divided by half. I don't know, I think I'm also only stealing Magicules, not Aura, and that's taking both into account, maybe? But in theory, this feels a little bit cheap, but especially since it has stopped fighting us. But gaining EP is so slow. Come on. You became a Demon Lord seed. Okay, we did get one by default. So we could now evolve into a Harpy Queen. That feels really cheap, but you know what? It's fine, it's fine. That's specifically how this technique works. You could only do that with this technique. So, or I say that, there's technically other techniques that work similarly enough, you could do something equivalent, but like, use the technique you got. So we are now a Demon Lord seed, we can now evolve into a Harpy Queen, which is pretty cool. And since we have made it to the Spirit Realm, come on. I should just use Gravity Flight, that would be so much better. Come on, Gravity Flight. Nope, 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 where is it? Gravity Flight, there it is. Whee! Parasol. So, what is our random spirit going to be? I had thought that maybe Harpies would have increased chances for wind magic, but apparently not. That's specifically like elves, so I assume Harpies don't have the same elemental affinity baseline. A lesser spirit of darkness has heard your prayers. It's not exactly what I was hoping for. I was hoping for a medium spirit at least, so we got a couple more. But that is a magic. Oh, one extra magic we can learn. We get darkness. Oh, interesting. I knew we got a spell called Create Lesser Undead, but it wasn't in the aspectual magic, so I guess I forgot about it. It's apparently spiritual magic. Interesting. So darkness, um, darkness can replace something for now, so we can start training it up. Um, let's see. I guess Thunder Orb and Tornado Blade, since we can probably learn those now. But Create Lesser Undead, we can start learning. You know what? We can probably learn all of our magic now. Like we're ready to evolve. Yeah. And Darkness. Has this one been changed? Am I thinking of a different spell? I might be thinking of a different spell. I was thinking that this one was like the very basic Dark Orb, but this one might just be the blindness thing. Yeah, I think this one just casts blindness on whatever you're looking at. I don't think this one's very good. It is very easy to train up though, so we're just going to do this real quick, and this will be an extra one for our purposes for getting Sage. But I guess I can just do that on whatever. I don't have to specifically spam it here. So now that we have we can come back in 20 minutes. We can come back whenever we want to try and fight the Elemental Colossus. This was a really good find. I still can't believe I missed that. Yeah. This mod is weird. This is definitely the sort of mod where, like, nothing can happen for quite a while. Like, you're making slow but steady progress, you're not getting a lot done. And then with, like, Explosion, we started getting, like, 10k EP at a time, and that's cool. But then we found that spirit portal, come over there, we get to steal, like, 100,000 EP off of the golem, just like that. And we get us new magic and all this good stuff all at once. Like, it's definitely a little bit of a weird, what's the word? Like, turn of events isn't really right. Curve, not really difficulty curve, but I don't know. There's a term for what I'm thinking of, but I just can't remember it right now. Anyways, I think we're time to head back to the Dwarven village. I want to go put a saddle on a Pegasus and ride it around. I just remembered we have almost 200,000 magic heals now, so we might legitimately just be able to do, still not Tensura, still not JJK. We might legitimately just be able to do a warp portal over to the Dwarven village now, because I do have it marked. Now, that's still outside of our range, I guess. What is our range? Like, the Dwarven village is 7,000 blocks away. My best guess would be it's probably like 4,000. So I can do, let's say this. That's 7,000 blocks away. And it's more or less due in the east, meaning going positive from here. So if I try like that's basically 4,000 blocks instead. That's still too far. 3,000 blocks? Oh, almost exact. Okay, so our teleport distance is almost exactly 3,000 blocks. That's definitely better. Still not as far range as I would like. You need to be like super, super powerful in order to go that far. Like yeah. Yeah, it's far. It's not that far. If we're at only 200,000 and we're already able to go that far, in theory, only like 400,000, 500,000 should be enough to make it from from the current like temporary base over to the Dwarven village and with no problem. So you know what? Cool. Nope, not that thing. Where is Gravity Flight? Up, 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 up. Nope, not dealing with it. I'll see you at the Dwarven village. Okay, and we have made it to the Dwarven village, which also I got some extra info on, and the wiki has been updated to explain a bit better. Yeah, we got a little unlucky with on the Dwarven village front. apparently there is a form of the barracks slash like a training fields thing that can spawn in where you can just naturally find a dwarf that will trade you battle manuals. Words are hard. And apparently there's also a version that will do the same thing for spell books. So like we didn't get either of those naturally. But that's okay because you can actually just use a spellbinding table. Like we have plenty of extras. And oh yeah, I got Zane blood. I forgot I got a piece of that stuff in like a buried treasure. Like I can just put that spellbinding table here and Brannick here. Or a different villager. You're probably a nitwit based on the green shirt. But apparently, supposedly, someone should, a village... Words are hard. You're just a nitwit. Maybe I need to go give this to someone else. But apparently... Let's see, well that... Did that make you a spell trader? That made you a spell trader. Looks like you're only going to trade potions, though. Okay, I guess... Wait. Or... I guess maybe you just wasn't working hours yet, and like that's actually... Thank you. Maybe you're a spell trader, potion trader because of the brewing stand, not actually because of the thing. Maybe I just came at like the perfectly wrong time. So, if I do find a village... Words are so hard. You're a blacksmith already. Is there a dwarf that doesn't have a job? You're a guard. Oh, you're a farmer, actually. How do you have a job? That... Oh, interesting. Ha! Why are you hitting me? Why are you punching me? You're kidding me. You're actually kidding me with that. The whole thing is you're supposed to protect the dwarves from mobs that are trying to kill them. And that gives you extra reputation points. Apparently there is a command to see it, but I don't know what it is. The other person didn't remember what it was either. You're supposed to protect them from stuff like that, which I just did. But I guess the sweeping edge counted as hitting it, even though it didn't do any damage and didn't give the hit animation? Huh? That feels weird. That feels really, really weird. Like, nothing about that screamed, yeah, you just hit a dwarf. Huh. I mean, I knew I had to be careful about it, but about sweeping edge around them, obviously. But, like, I don't feel like I hit it there, even with the sweeping edge effect. That feels really weird, and I'm getting penalized for it. Like, that gave me a negative point, which means I now have to counteract a full negative points. When selling items to them, you apparently need to sell 100 items to get 1 point. And I've probably been pretty close to that with our friend here, but probably not that much. Speaking of which, I did bring a bunch of extra stuff. I want to start trading extras with you, like so. And... what else will you take? Okay, it's not the leathers. It's specifically not. It's most of everything else. Okay, fine. That was a fishing line. I thought it was an arrow being shot at me. Whatever. Dwarven reputation building is gonna be rough. It doesn't look like there are any without jobs. You don't have a job, right? There we go. We have a spell giver. So we can give any magic tome for 20 gold coins, and we can get liquid eyes for 83. I didn't bring any of the extras, but apparently I should have. It's whatever. We'll get to that later on. Monster saddle on the Pegasus. Is it? Okay, it's true flight. How fast do you go? How do I go down? Alt? Nope. Shift is that. Oh, okay, yep. Come on. I kind of require a descent button. X? Oh, nope, that's just my stuff. Okay, it's on V, I guess. Got it. Okay, good to know, good to know. So if I press V, I go down with the horse and I go down. Cool. Descend, that's the word. Let's use the word descend rather than whatever. Um, so we're now flying on a Pegasus. Yeah, yeah, the Pegasus is fairly slow. I mean, if I'm like sprinting through the air, it's at least decent, and it's definitely more controllable than my flights. Just like staying at like a even thing. I can just like stay here. I don't have to worry about like managing da, 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 my height. What's the word? Altitude. I don't have to worry about managing altitude. I can just sort of go, which is kind of nice. Uh, yeah, this is fun. Also, still need to do this. We should evolve into a Harpy Queen. I think they've changed it, if I remember reading what I read correctly. We should only get like a tiny bit of like an EP boost for magicals and whatnot from evolving. It's still 50%. I thought I read something about them changing it and not getting as big of a boost, but that was still a lot. So we are now a Harpy Queen riding on a Pegasus, and we are going to evolve into a Spirit Bird with 800,000. Yeah, this feels pretty cool. That's a lot more aura than I was expecting. Like, it starts as Majin, so you get extra magicals. I was expecting it just to sort of lean into that. We didn't get any extra max magicules, did we? That was all an aura boost. Weird. Oh, you know what? I remember what I read now. It's not so much that it gives you a boost for evolving, but like but races have like a certain minimum value for these two stats. I guess our minimum value for both is 150,000, and since Magicule was already above that, it just boosted aura to it, and thus gave us a bunch of extra EP in the process. Okay, okay, I think that's what just happened. But, yeah. Yeah, today has been a good day for progress now, hasn't it? I don't think there's anything else I want to get done today, so I might just call it an early one. I don't know. How close am I to the 20 things? Agility, and it's just sort of slow. I have to wait for it to run out, so that's going to take a while. That's cost a lot of MP. It's not too bad though. Um, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. 8, 9, 10, 11. It will be very quick to get darkness all the way up, so that will be 12. Crest, get back here. I still don't entirely know why I called you Crest. I think that... Okay, that was protection I cast. Oh, that was not a protection, though. That would have been bad. Anyways, Crest, you just get to hang out here for now. Oh, we actually... Oh, yeah. Harpy Queen. We have... For a second, I didn't think I was pressing the jump button. I thought it was auto-jumping for a moment, and I would have been very sad about it. So, like, we have a little bit of a speed boost. Yeah, we just have a baseline slightly higher attack, but I think it's only like a +1 or a +2 at this point. Oh, Crest, I didn't realize you were set to follow me. Cool. So Crest has decided to follow us around now. I don't really want that right now. I want you to stay safe. We. Oh yeah, I want to make the training dummy. That's the other thing I want to do today. I thought there was something I was forgetting, but I couldn't remember what. The training dummy. We have all the thatch we need for it now. So they take this, and the rest of the stuff for the dummy we need is a fence and a thatch block. Why are you... Whoops. Oh, you can apparently feed thatch to animals. I still have enough, right? I have literally enough. Oh, I had one extra. That was almost very bad. I just need to make a fence and a smooth stone slab. Yeah, let me go get the stuff real quick. There's a Ronga. Oh, how am I going to do that exactly? I have to specifically only keep specifically the Ronga alive while surviving a bunch of screams myself. I need to knock it low enough health so that it will actually submit. And it despawned. Because of course it did. I was standing right there staring at it the whole time. But of course it despawned as soon as I rushed at it. Because that makes perfect sense, game. Thank you ever so much. Oh, well, I guess we don't get a Ronga then. I do have the smooth stone now. And what else was I missing? Oh, yes, a fence. But doop. I wanted the Ronga game. Why'd you do that to me? It did it to me with the first Pegasus we saw, too. I'm pressing V. I have the backpack thing in here, though. So give us this. Thank you. Make a thatch block. And then I just need a... What was the last thing I needed? Oh yes, the fence. Duh. That and that and that. Thank you. And thus we have the training dummy. So this thing can be used to make a battle will trader with the dwarves. So that's pretty cool. But its other effect, you can punch it and see we're doing 6 specifically physical attack damage. Strength boosts it to up to 18. Let's also put on analysis. So training dummy, you can see all of its stats there. If we activate Mud Hand, we're going to see that it does no damage, actually. But if we do Thunder Lance, and specifically do single, you can see there 50 magic damage and 30 we're out of magicules. Can you pick them back up? No. Is there really no way to pick them back up? 1 second. I don't think this has a wiki page yet, but I really wanted to, and I really wanted to say, oh yeah, you can just do this to pick it back up. 1 second. Okay, there's no wiki page, and there's nothing on the changelog, but you can specifically just hit, like, that block there. Okay, that works. Cool. But, like, if you check out Thunderlands, we can't do it. That's why I was trying to pick it up so we could go somewhere and gain some magicules. But like you saw there, when we launched that first Thunderlance, it popped up 2 numbers. A big 50 in blue, meaning magical damage, and then a smaller 30 in yellow. Apparently the aspectual magics, they're not really elemental magic per se. And this is like the actual in-universe Tensura explanation for this that I apparently just forgot. But like technically speaking, it's just pure magic that has been like warped to have characteristics similar to actual lightning magic, essentially. So, like our magic here, lightning lance. It's technically just magic, but it does some magic or some thunder damage as well. And if we do the same thing with wind cutter, where's the training dummy? There it is. You can see the same thing there. It does 30 magical damage and 10 wind magic. Is that going to be the case where like we have a different magic setup on here. Dimension magic's not learned yet. Flame Lance, I guess. Okay, I was sort of expecting it to be the case that it was always going to be like an amount of a elemental magic, and then you know what? That math wasn't going to work. I saw the 10 and the 30 for wind and magic damage with Wind Cutter and thought everything was 1/3, but it was 30-50 with lightning. It wasn't whatever, and that was 20-50. So it seems like that number is going to be a little bit variant. Like different magics will do mostly magical damage and then a little bit of their elemental one. But anyways, that's probably a pretty good place to end things off. A lot of progress was done today. We evolved, we got our first spirit. Granted, it wasn't a great one, but it is technically a spirit. A bunch of extra EP. We actually got a saddle for our Pegasus, got to fly it around for a little bit. Almost got a Ronga, but the game decided to be mean and despawn it. But anyways, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So without further ado, take care, everybody. I want to thank everyone one more time for watching, and a special thank you to the channel members, Yamato Tanagura, Goddess of the Starfilled Void, O'Mello, It Me, Sammy Lawrence, and Logan Anderson. Thank you all so much for the extra support. For real now, take care, everybody.